this is the coral knot stitch. I'm going to come up in my fabric and I'm going to work this stitch away from me, or right to left if you're right-handed. And you're going to, since this is my line of stitching going up this way, I'm going to take a stitch across my line of stitching, and while my needle is in there, I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to put it across my needle. That ties a little knot in my thread right there. And that's all that the coral knot is. So to do the next stitch, I'm going to actually take a little bit bigger stitch so that you can see it a little bit better. So I've taken a stitch across my line of stitching. I'm going to loop my thread across and pull it as I go up the line. The only thing you have to remember is that this has to loop across while your needle is in the fabric. This is a very easy stitch to do, and it adds a lot of texture and dimension. Kind of reminds me of a little row of barbed wire. You want to try and get your stitch length here and your spacing even. And you can see that as you pull your threads to secure the knot, you kind of can tug on it, and you can make sure that your threads that are upright are going right through the middle of the stitch. And that's just when you pull, you have to have the same tension, and that'll make it easy. If it's easier for you, you can angle this little stitch here a little bit. Instead of going perpendicular across your line of stitching, you can go at a little bit of an angle. Just consistency is the most important thing to watch. Now I'm going to twist this so that you see what it does when you're going right to left. Sometimes this is easier for some people and it's harder for others. So you just have to practice and see what fits your type of stitching the very best. For me, it's easier to work away from myself, from the bottom towards the top. I love to go around applique pieces with this stitch. You can applique things down with the stitch if you'd like. It also just adds some nice texture for embellishing. And that is called the coral knot stitch. To end it, you're just going to go down into the fabric, kind of a half of a stitch length further down the line, and tie off on the back. The coral knot stitch.